Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wakarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from the Wall Street Journal. And this was last updated March the 10th, 2023 at 7:57 p.m. And it reads, Friday's Dow Jones and S&P 500 closed sharply lower, amending the bank worries. And it says today's development, stocks closed sharply lower Friday as investors wait the implication of the regulators' takeover of Silicon Valley Bank and another screenshot reports. All three index logged weekly losses, including a 5% drop for the S&P 500. The shutdown of the Silicon Valley Bank, which marks the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history, came after a punishing sell-off in regional bank stocks, with shares of several temporarily halt early Friday. The bank tumult sparked a rush into the Treasury market, sending the yield on a 2-year note towards the biggest two-day decline since 2001. Many also looked options to wage on a jump of volatility. On the closely watched job front, the Labor Department says employers added 311,000 jobs in February. That was down from 504,000 added in January, but more than economists expected. So, as of today, because you had a huge sell-off in bank fear, especially with the Silicon Valley, they had a shutdown today, and they switched it over to the FDIC, which is going to be to further notice, I believe, until Monday morning. It was going to be limited of how much you can deposit or withdraw out of your bank, due to the increasing warnings they had earlier today, because the markets, the markets definitely reacted what actually happened today, earlier Friday today, with the Silicon Valley bank as of today was shut down. And then you have the markets around the world of Asia and Europe as well too. Their banks of their markets crashed as well too, while the Americans over here of their stocks exchange, the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite dropped as well too. And then these bank companies like West Fargo and the Silicon Valley Bank as well too, the stocks has plunged as well too, So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article that just came out of the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq Composite all crashed today, along with the Silicon Valley banks. And then the markets kind of react of what actually happened today. And then it kind of affected globally as well too, of their markets crashing as well too, and a huge bank sell-off as well too. So that shows you another signs of the economics is definitely declining, and definitely with the value of the paper dollar. And the paper dollar around the world is going to be soon to be devalued as we getting closer and closer to the central bank digital currency, which is the CBDC, which is the central bank digital currency. We're getting closer and closer to that. So with that, once again, I just want to add add a sad note to that. In the reading of this recent news article of the stocks and markets crash as of today, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq Composite, and the Dow Jones, and the Silicon Valley uh, was a shutdown today, and it kind of maneuver over to the stocks kind of affected them as well too. You know. So with that, and it had effective globally over there in Europe and Asian countries as well too. Of their banks was crashed as well too. Of the stocks and bonds will crash as well too. Along with these major companies, they was in the huge declines as well too. I believe this was like the worst decline since 2001. I believe. So yeah, that shows you another sign. Anything can go once that a major announcement can be made, either if it's from globally data statistics or a major announcement from the economicists, if it's going to be in a good position or a negative position. So that's why the stocks and bonds kind of react to what's going on financially, global statistics, or what the Federal Reserves around the United States and around the world, or what major announcement that they about to make in regards to the tackling the inflation, the data statistics from the economy, the statistics of the inflation, the cost of living, the gas prices, oil prices, etc. So, they kind of rubbed off the stocks exchange. They kind of react to what actually happened on the Silicon Valley Bank had shut down as of today. And that kind of affect the markets really globally and around the world, here in the United States and over there in Asia and Europe as well too, as the stock markets has crashed. So that shows you what's that scripture say? First Timothy's, I think it's First Timothy 6:17. So this will actually happen if you trust in riches. Yep, this is First Timothy chapter 6 verse 17. Charge them that are rich in the world, that be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God, Yahweh thy power, who has given us richly all things to enjoy. Right. So the more these bank companies and these CEOs put their full trust in the riches of this world, this is a prime example what actually can really happen, with your bank stocks and markets crashing, definitely with the banks, you put your trust in these money and these riches, and this was a prime example can actually really happen. So with that, this was just a quick little sit-down lesson that I want to bring out of this recent markets have crashed, and it kind of effective globally as well too, due to the Silicon Valley Bank had crashed and shut down as of today, and if it affected the markets of Asia and the Europe and the United States as well too. So with that, once again, I hope that this sit-down lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders for pushing his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.